Welcome back, beloved. Welcome back to my movement and meditation class. Feeling very soft today and sort of fluid. So I think it's befitting for the focus of today's movement and meditation class to be flow, our fluidity, which sometimes we don't recognize in ourselves, but actually our energy is constantly flowing. But there are times when that energy gets a little bit stuck here and there. Even though it's still flowing, it's a little bit sluggish. And that's when we feel a bit heavy, or maybe we have some kind of negative emotions, or even disease. Actually, disease is blocked energy, actually. It's where we're holding on. So use tonight's class as an opportunity to let all those holding ons go and come into flow. So we're going to really pay attention to fluidity today and try and make this whole session just one beautiful, long flow of movement. Alright, so I'm just going to move back onto my mat. So let's just close our eyes for a moment and just bring the focus inward to the breath. Sit comfortably on your sitting bones, elongate the spine, elongate the neck, create space between each vertebra softly. Everything is soft to allow for flow. Flow gets blocked when it's held back or it's resisted. So let's focus on just staying really open and vulnerable and soft to whatever presents itself in this class, so that you may let it go and come back into flow. Deep breath into the belly, flowing into the belly. Take your consciousness there as you breathe in. And exhale with a nice fluid breath, taking our consciousness back out. Inhale new energy into the belly, sweeping it down through the rib cage, past the solar plexus, all the way into the belly. Exhale from the belly, passing the solar plexus, passing the rib cage, out through the mouth. A few more like this, making sure that everything is soft. Everything is fluid. Exhale into the belly. Exhale from the belly. Beautiful. I'm just going to start with very slow movements. Just allow the music to take you. I'm just going to lean over to one side, keeping our hands on our knees, sending our hips into the floor as an anchor, anchoring you so that you can just lean over to one side and just allow the body to gently fall down over your knee, and traveling using your forearms or your hands to just take you to the other side, keeping your head low, anchoring your hip into the mat so that you're well and truly balanced here. Feel the opening on the side of the rib cage and the back. And slowly come up. Open up, lifting the arms. Let them float back down. Lift the arms from the shoulders and the elbows like a puppet on a string, as if somebody was pulling you up by the elbows. Floppy forearms. Exhale down to the mat. Really beautiful, fluid movements. Let's do this again 2 more times. Exhale. from side to side. Floppy arms, like a puppet. Let the head go. And now let the arms sink back down. And just allow yourself to just move any which way the body desires. We're warming up at this point. We're not making any moves that don't come from just a natural urge. There's a natural urge. Use the music. And come to neutral. And just press your right arm on the inside of your right knee. Take your left hand behind you and just give the chest and the shoulders an upper body twist. Just using your right arm to leverage against your knee and push yourself away from your knee. Inhale on the way up. Exhale as you come out of the stretch, or whatever feels most comfortable for you. And just flow back to center. Really allow circular movements to happen today. As you travel in and out of the stretch, and as you travel from one stretch to the next, just allow yourself to move really gracefully, really promoting flow in your body. Left arm onto the inside of your left knee. Again, right hand behind you. Just use the arm to just push off, push against your knee, and you'll feel the upper body wanting to just twist away. Let it go. Let it flow. You can inhale into it or you can exhale into it, whatever feels right for you. I want to inhale into it to expand my chest and rib cage so that I'm opening up. Inhale and exhale as I return to neutral, but that's up to you. Okay, we're going to do 2 more on each side here, taking it really slow. Elongate the spine, leverage against the right knee, upper body twist. Take your gaze as far behind as you can, maximizing the twist. Come back tall, left arm onto left knee, pushing away, standing tall, sitting tall, return to neutral. Beautiful. Okay, just going to continue that flow. Leading from the chest, we're going to just make circular motions that are going to start big, and I really want you to concentrate on leading from the chest. Even when you move back and roll onto your tailbone and create a beautiful spine stretch, you're actually still pushing the chest backwards. So in a way, you're still leading from the chest. Chin down when you're in this back stretch position. And then again, let the chest lead you. You'll feel yourself rotate back onto your sitting bones. Lead all the way. Use your hands for a little anchor if you like. Traveling deep into the stretch, flowing to the other side. And now start drawing a smaller circle, rotating inwards. Still leading with the chest. Nice elongated spine until we come into a tiny little point, just spiraling around our spine. Watch the spiral as it travels upwards, connecting you and your crown, through your crown, up into the cosmos. Beautiful. And come to stillness. And we're going to now make a big circle again in the opposite direction, leading with your chest. Feel the opening of the body. Let the head follow. Lean back when you're really stretching back into it. Really explore and look for the stretch. A couple more big circles, and then we're going to start traveling inward. Leading with the chest. Open up the chest. Stretch out the neck. Push the chest back against the spine. Lean back as you go back. Lean the chest out to the side like a swan. And slowly circulate smaller circle, rotating inwards. Watch the spiral that you're creating with your hips now and your chest, and come into a beautiful spin around your spine. And this time, watch as the spiral travels down through your tailbone all the way into the earth. All the way, passing through the layers of Earth's crust, all the way into the core of Mother Earth. Feel yourself anchored as you spin around your spine. Remember the anchor that takes you up into the cosmos, and note yourself as the bridge between the two. Beautiful. And just come into a stillness. Feel the spine beautifully elongated right in the center of those two spirals that you created. A natural double helix, connecting you with the above and with the below. We're going to flow around this spiral today. We're going to lean forward now, walking yourself forward. Just sway forward, slowly creating space. Tuck your belly button up towards your spine. Reach as far as you can, drop the head. Exhale down into the floor. Keep your sitting bones firmly planted on the floor. And walk yourself to one side. Hug your knee and twist the upper body away from the front towards the back, using your hand that's planted on the mat as leverage to push and twist. Exhale. Coming back. Crab walk back to center, stretch a little bit further, deeper still. And flow, glide over your right knee, hugging your right knee, using this as leverage to just twist the upper body. And slowly, crab walk back to center, and down. Feel the stretch from the lumbar region all the way up the back into the shoulders. Feel the pull into the arms. You should be stretching your arms far enough out now to feel that lovely stretch. You can just move in it, just sway from side to side in it. Feel your elasticity. Feel your fluidity. We are deeply fluid. And walk yourself back to neutral. Rolling the shoulders back, letting them flow effortlessly. And rotate them forward, loosening up the shoulders. And we're just going to sway from side to side, raising one shoulder, letting the body follow through, pressing the hands down into the mat, creating a nice isolation of the upper body. Yeah. There you go. Beautiful. Leading with the shoulder. Let the body follow through. Good. Alright, good. Hands on hips. Just rotate again gently one way. Noticing your hips. Noticing the pelvic region. Massaging all those organs inside your pelvic region. One way, rotating the opposite way. Really now, visualize your spine. Rotating the vertebra beautifully for you. Lovely. Good job. Reach the hands out, drawing a circle with your fingers. Imagine your fingers have paint on their fingertips. That's it. Each time you draw a circle, stretch your arms out a little bit further, so that by the end of this little exercise, you've got 4 circles painted in whatever colours on your fingertips. There we go. Beautiful. And now let the arms travel forward, bringing the backs of the hands to touch. Cross the hands over, interlace the fingers gently, just loosely, and unfold the arms, giving yourself a beautiful stretch. This is a shoulder great stretch down into the arms. Feel it. Breathe into it and let it flow back up. Beautiful. Taking your hands now behind you. Interlace the fingers behind you. Keep the hands close to the spine, almost touching your tailbone. And just send the hands down into the mat. Feel the opening of the chest. Feel the pull down your shoulders. I'll show you this from the profile. My hands are very close to my back. They're touching my back. And I'm just sending them down. I'm sending them down. So everything travels down with them. My chest opens up. My shoulders are traveling down. This creates a beautiful opening down the neck and into the shoulders. Breathe into the opening. Stay soft. Remember that you'll stretch further if you allow softness. So softness comes if you can let go of wherever you're holding on. That's the flow. The softness is where the flow starts. And slowly just bring your hands up until your elbows are bent and you can unlock your fingers. Good job. Okay, so we're going to come to standing now. Just stand at the top of your mat. Plant your feet parallel to each other, directly under your hip bones. And just raise the hands to the ceiling. And slowly soften the body. Tuck the tailbone in, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Just roll yourself down, tucking everything in. A nice little ball of energy, chin to chest. Just roll down slowly. Watch with your mind's eye as each vertebra creates space between itself and the next vertebra as you roll down. Take your time. That's it. And whilst you're down here, you can either cup your hands on the mat, or if you feel like you want to go down a little further, you can actually just bring your hands flat on the mat and just lean forward, drop the head, lean back, and just feel now how the stretch travels in the back of your leg. We're just going to let it flow here, leaning forward, leaning back. Feel the opening in the back of the legs. It's a beautiful opening. Just use the music to just sway to and fro. That's beautiful. And now I want you to sway from side to side. Lovely. All right. And very slowly, just very slowly, tucking the tailbone in now, letting the arms hang, pressing the belly button to the spine. We're going to roll back up, vertebra by vertebra, keeping your head down. Very important to keep your head down so that you don't get a head rush on your way up. And it's also very important to take your time. Take a deep breath. Inhale, hands up to the ceiling. Reach for the ceiling. Soften the body. We're going to go down again. Vertebra by vertebra. As if you were flat against a wall. And you're just literally keeping as close to the wall as possible. All the way down. Watch as that flow starts to emanate from your spine outwards. Bring your upper body over your legs if you can. If you need to bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that your upper body is nicely folded over your thighs here. And take the right leg back, join it with your left leg into a nice plank position. Feel the strength of your plank position. Even in a strengthened position like this, there's wonderful flow. See if you can tonight, if you're feeling strong enough, to just come down all the way using your arms. Just going to come down onto my mat so you can see me better this way. Here we go. Come up into baby cobra. Strengthen the legs, point the toes. Press the legs down into the mat. Feel the core working here, your lower back working. Soften the body and now push up slowly with grace and fluidity into Mother Cobra, the great Mother Cobra. Enjoy this back opening here. This beautiful curve in the spine. Open up the chest and slowly, fluidly, take your time. We're going to curl our toes under. But when you're ready, in your own time, let that flow be yours. Lift your hips up off the mat. Walk the feet in a little bit if you find that you're too far away. And just come right up onto your tiptoes. And press your back and your chest in towards your legs as if you're a clothes peg and you wanted to close the peg. Very practical analogy, that one. When you're ready, in your own fluid time, press your heels one by one, alternately, into the floor. Alternatively as well, why not? And in your own time, when you feel ready, press the heels down into the mat. Press your hips up towards the ceiling. Feel that incredible stretch, opening up the back of your legs. Press your chest in, your gaze is through your legs. Let go, wherever you're holding on. If your knees are bent, or if your heels are not quite on the mat, that's perfectly okay. Take deep breaths and slowly walk yourself back into that closed peg position. With your head down, you'll feel now that you're able to go already into a deeper stretch here, yeah? Just one downward dog and look how much more flexibility, fluidity it is as well. The energy's really flowing now. And slowly, with the hands hanging down low, head low, roll back up, all the way to neutral. Beautiful. We're going to go up one more time. With our hands still up here, we're just going to come to face the front and just open up our legs like this. Make a small triangle and let the arms travel down, parallel to the mat, palms facing down. And just allow the upper body to just travel in isolation from the lower body, so nothing's moving beneath my hips. Arms are strong. Hands and fingers are also strong, like a plane. Just pivot from side to side. Beautiful. All right, now just turn the feet outwards a little bit. Bend the knees. And do the same. This time you'll find there's a little bit more movement there. We're now opening up the lower spine area just from side to side. We've done a lot of spirals. We've done some bends. Now we're going to open it up this way. Infinite directions. The spine can flow in. Beautiful. All right. Let the hands flow down. Hands on the hips. Gentle bounce. Keep the body beautiful and elongated. Keep the tailbone tucked in. Make sure you're not tilting the hip bones in any way at all. They should be literally traveling directly down into the floor. Okay, beautiful. Just keep it fluid. And just watch the knees as they work for you and the thighs. And see them like an ocean wave, just flowing. Honor them with the belief that they actually are totally fluid, not stuck. Give them the credit that they deserve. Beautiful. And stay down on this one, and just gentle bounce. Feel the strengthening in the thighs. You can come into hands in prayer in front of the heart, just to give it a beautiful shape. Breathe. And slowly, make it really slow, with control. Come back to neutral and straighten the legs. Good, beautiful, okay. We're just going to send our hips now from side to side. We've isolated the upper body. Now we're going to work into isolating the hips. But first of all, I want you to just send the hips from right to left. Hands on hips is helpful. You can see how they move for you. And just gently send them from side to side. Your legs are straight at this point. We're just isolating the lower half of the body now from the upper half. Beautiful. And just now rotate, rotate. Any which way you like, hands on hips. Still the legs are straight here. Feel as you enjoy the little pull that happens on the inner thighs as you rotate the hips. You can bring the upper body in a little bit if you like now. There's an urge for me to just let it go, so we're just going to let it go. If it's the same for you, let it go. Beautiful. Draw a smaller spiral with your hips now, coming back to center. How beautiful is that? Excuse me. All right, coming into standstill. And rotate in the opposite direction now. Legs are still straight. We're going to come to the bent legs in a moment. So we're keeping our legs straight purposefully, letting the lower body really go. Leading from the hips. Lead from the hips. This is where we really start to work. Such an important part of our body. We want to bring flow into this area. It's so important. It's digestion, it's reproduction, it's just everything. It's so important. Let the body follow through if you want to. Breathe. The breath will promote the flow. Inhale into the flow. Inhale into the spiral. And slowly start to make that spiral just a little bit smaller. Coming into more vertical standing. And stillness. Woo, lovely. I can feel the spiral still continuing even after I've done the movement and my body's actually still, but there's still movement going on. There's the flow. There is the flow. How beautiful is that? Okay, we're just going to bend our legs this time. This is where we get to isolate just this area of the body, the hips. Hands on hips and rotate. Rotate. Very slowly. Really watch the rotating hips with your mind's eye. Feel how beautiful they are. Feel how beautiful you are. That's it. Gorgeous. The bent knees allow you to isolate the hip area. And this is really important for lower spine benefit, for all the organs inside the pelvic region. Let it flow. There we go. Beautiful. Now start to draw a smaller spiral with your hips. Really control it. Really control it until it's a tiny little spiral. And coming into stillness. Just raise yourself back up onto straight legs for a moment. Take a breath. Beautiful breath. One more. I'm talking, so I don't get to breathe the way you do. You just breathe. Breathe in whatever natural way comes to you. Okay, we're going to bend our legs again, and we're going to rotate the hips in the opposite direction now. Now you may find it easy to rotate them in one direction and not in the other. So the one that you find you're weakest at, that's the one we need to work on. That's where you need to really follow with your mind's eye. This is where you need to bring the flow to. Yeah? That's it. A lot of us are more right-handed or left-handed than the other. So let's just really try to bring that symmetry back into the body. Rotate. Ooh, can feel the beads of sweat happening now. This is great. Okay. And slowly start to draw a smaller spiral. Feel how strong your thighs are. They're beginning to warm up. And come into a small spiral. Into stillness. Feel it. Just hold it there for a moment and watch. Let go. See if you can feel the spiral. Come back up, straighten the legs, and relax. In this position, just hands floating down. There is, if you really notice, if you really take your focus inward, there is still a lot of movement happening inside you, even though your body is actually in stillness. How beautiful is that? Lovely. Okay, so we're going to just bring our feet in just a little bit now. With our hands on our hips, we're just going to reach forward. Reach with an open chest, chin up, flat back as much as possible. And we're just going to come forward all the way down. All the way down. You can place your hands on the mat in front of you. If that's enough for you, just stay here. If you need to bend your legs, that's fine as well. Just make sure that you're experiencing some kind of opening, some kind of stretch, yeah? Don't avoid the stretch. Wink, wink. I'm going to go a little bit further down because I just want a deeper stretch now. Let the head hang. Wherever you are, just let the head hang. Just rotate the head loosely and gently as you hang upside down. Rotate it one way, very slowly and gently, and rotate it the other way. Now we're really allowing ourselves to loosen up the neck vertebra, the upper vertebra, without any weight on you. Beautiful. And whilst we're down here, we're just going to grab hold of our elbows and just let ourselves hang. And we're going to sway slowly from side to side. Allow yourself to sway from side to side, keeping your head down, just traveling with the upper body from one leg to the other. Just watch as you create a stretch in each leg. And every time you do this, try to go a little bit further each time. There we go, a little bit further, back to center. Then a little bit further on the other side. Beautiful. Like an ocean wave we're traveling. Beautiful. And slowly come back to center. We're just going to now travel with our hands to our right foot, and we're just going to take our right foot into right angles and bring your left foot in, maybe by another foot, and just drop the body over your right foot. Let go of the knee socket here. Sometimes there's tension in the knee socket, just let it go. And square off the hips. So that means press your right hip back so that it's level with your left hip. You can actually bring the feet into parallel. It's more comfortable. Bring the feet into parallel, press the hips back so that they're squared off, and let your upper body drop down over your front leg. Feel the strength there. Breathe into it, let go. And slowly soften the knee, and then just pivot back to center. Take a moment to enjoy another central stretch here. Just sway the hips from side to side, keeping your hands flat on the floor in front of you. And now crab walk and twist, pivot the feet to parallel to each other. Walk the back foot in a little bit. You may need to close your triangle slightly and drop your upper body over your front leg. If you need to bend this knee somewhat, that's perfectly fine. Don't overstretch. Yeah? Just feel your limitations. You may be more stretchy on one side than the other. All the while you're creating fluidity in your body. Square off the hips here. Pressing the left hip back so that it's right alongside, aligned with the right hip. And you will experience a deeper stretch down the back of your left leg. Beautiful stretch. Lovely. And slowly bend the knee, softly coming out. Crab walk back to center. We've been down with our heads down for quite a long time, so we're just going to walk our feet in slowly, and we're going to come down into squatting. There we go. Hands in prayer, level with your heart. You can just press your elbows onto the inner side of your knees and just push out. Raise the back up so that you're not all hunched. Lift your whole body up, off, away from the floor, and take a breath here. Beautiful. want a deeper stretch, you can actually make fists out of your hands and then just push a little bit further. Up to you, whatever works for you. And if you like, you can just press the shoulders in a little bit, use the music, a little dance here. I'm going to keep my hands in prayer today. Alright, beautiful. And slowly just come to sitting on your mat. We're going to do our usual first activity to strengthen our core. First of all, just squeeze your body nice and close to your knees with a nice straight back. Reach out for your best friend who's going to hold your hands, your imaginary friend here. Tuck the tailbone in, tuck the belly button into the spine, chin to chest, and with all that willed strength that you've got, which is a lot, trust yourself as you move slowly down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath whilst you're on the floor on a mat, and really feel the connection between your spine and the floor. Just take a moment here to breathe. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring our knees up and squeeze them to our chest. Send your elbows and your shoulders down into the mat. Your elbows are nice and close to your body. Your shoulders, everything is really neat and beautiful. Send it all down while squeezing the knees into the chest. And as you squeeze, press your tailbone down into the mat. Chin to chest. Really flattening the spine. And slowly ease off. Place the feet on your mat. We're going to bring our feet now into our legs into tabletop. You're already now beginning to use your core just to keep them here. But we're going to do more than that. We're going to really press our backs into the mat as you extend your right leg with a flexed foot, and you slowly pressing your back into the mat. Send your right leg down towards the mat to an inch or two off the floor. Hold it, press in, and bring it up very slowly. And bring the knees back together again. Same with the left leg. Extend it out. Flex the foot. Press your back into the mat. Really working your core here. Send the left leg down towards the mat, just pressing your back all the way, hold it, and slowly bring your leg up and join the knees. And breathe. I'm not breathing because I'm talking, I should be breathing. We're going to do 2 more of those and I'm going to stay silent, okay? Off we go. Extend. Breathe in any which way you like. Remembering to press the back into the mat. Last one on either side. Best one. Give it all your strength. Creating flow. We're not creating any blocks here. We're bringing flow. Beautiful. Join the knees together. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Exhale. Beautiful. Alright. Let's place the feet back down on the mat here. We're going to put our right foot over our left knee. We're going to send our right arm through to bring our hands together on the outside of the knee, or if that's too much for you, on the inside. Bring the body back down. Shoulders are pressed into the mat. Pull the leg inwards towards your chest
And all the while you'll be experiencing a beautiful opening in the glutes and the hip area of the other leg. Take advantage of this position to send your shoulders down into the mat, chin to chest, keeping a flat spine. Beautiful. If you want a deeper stretch, just clasp your hands on the outside of your knee and come back down. Ooh, let go. And ease off very gently. Ease off very gently. There's a lot of stress that we gather in our glutes because it's near the end of the tailbone and a lot of nerve endings in this area, so it can be quite intense. We're going to do the same on the other side. Just lift your left foot and place it on the inside of your right knee. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers on the underside of the knee, sending your shoulders into the mat, chin to chest. Pull the leg in towards the chest. Exhale into the stretch. Watch with your mind's eye as you open up your body and bring flow, flowing energy into all of those cells, into all of those muscles. Keep breathing. Ease off very gently. Place the feet back on the mat and just take a moment to watch that flow with your mind's eye. Watch your energy. Feel the blood flowing through those veins. Beautiful. All right. We're going to bring our feet up now and our legs up into a vertical right angle degree as much as you can. If you're a little bit bent there, that's okay. Just make sure that you're working your core here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to send the legs from right to left, keeping them as straight as possible. Feel how your lower abdomen muscles are working for you now. Hands down by the side, no cheating here, no leaning forward. It's not about sending the legs as far as you can. It's about working those gentle muscles, strengthening those muscles very gently in the abdomen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more on either side. Feel the strength in your legs. Feel the strength in your core. Really control it. Soften the knees. Just send the feet down for a quick bounce because we're going back up. And raise the legs one more time. Flex the feet. And we're actually going to draw a little circle. We're going to go anti-clockwise if you like, whichever way, it doesn't really matter. We're going to start with a small circle and we're going to grow that circle. I want you to inhale on one side of the circle and exhale on the other. Really control this with your abdominal muscles and your core. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Start to draw a smaller circle now. Coming into a little point. Hold it and bend the knees. And slowly come back down for a quick bounce. And we're going to come back up. And we're going to do the same in the opposite direction. Inhaling on one side of the circle as you grow it. Exhale on the other. Really working your abdominal muscles here. Bringing flow to this incredibly important part of the body. Strengthening your back as well. Supporting your back with really beautiful, strong core. Lovely. And coming back inwards now. Into a standstill and slowly bend the legs and let the feet drop. Take a breath. And give it another squeeze. We're going to make a bigger squeeze this time. So just grab hold of your forearms, reach up to grab them. Bring the body back down, chin to chest, shoulders into the mat. Flatten the back on the mat, like a piece of putty. Feel your back just flowing over the mat. Press the tailbone down into the mat. Squeeze the knees to the chest. And slowly ease off, very slowly, don't spring back. And let the legs float down, feet down onto the mat. Take a breath here. Notice how you have created flow in your body. Relax everything. Just drop the knees to the right hand side here, letting the rest of the body just follow naturally. We're going to open up the side of the body now, the upper side of the body, with this beautiful stretch. It's a relaxing stretch. Ease into it. Breathe into it. Pop the right foot over the left knee. Feel the weight of the foot just giving you an even deeper stretch here. It's really beautiful. And let go into it. Let go into it. Breathe. If you want a deeper stretch, just place the foot, the whole of the rest of the leg over the bottom leg and just let the energy go. Drop the weight of the upper leg onto the lower leg. Feel this lovely opening down the flank of the body, all the way from the rib cage, passing through the hips, down into the thighs. Really beautiful. Let go. Feel the flow, returning to these areas. This brings so much healing on so many levels. It's so beautiful. Lovely. Just lift the weight off your legs slowly, without springing back. Roll the hips back to neutral. We're going to do the same on the other side. Just flop the knees down to the left hand side, opening up now the right hand side of the body. If you want a deeper stretch, just pop your left foot over your right knee. Feel the pull. If you want, you can actually extend your arms overhead, give you an even deeper stretch. Let it go. That's it. And place the upper leg over the lower leg for a deeper stretch. Lovely opening. Watch in your mind's eye. Watch water, imagine water just flowing through you. There we go. Lift it off very slowly. Roll the hips back to neutral. And with your arms still overhead, just let the feet slide down into Shavasana. And slowly let the arms come down by your side. Deep exhale, letting go. Allowing yourself to relax now completely, sinking into the floor. Really feel the benefits of this gentle workout. We're not overexerting the body, nor are we being lazy about it or anything. We're just really just gently opening up, bringing flow where it needs to be, bringing healing where it needs to go. Drop everything, let everything sink back into the mat. Let the skin of your face just sink back into the mat. Give in to gravity. Give in and surrender to this wonderful support of gravity. Beautiful. Sinking back into the mat, softening the throat, softening the eyes, letting the eyeballs sink back into their sockets. letting the tongue sink back into the mouth. Feeling your heartbeat. Let your heart sink back in the chest cavity. Let the lungs go as well. Let it all just sink back into the floor. Softening the digestive system and all the organs in the pelvic region. Just let it all go. Softening the hips and the thighs. Letting the knees just splay outwards and the feet as well. Everything is soft. And watch now. Watch the energy. Feel the energy traveling through your body. This is where you get to notice the flow that you have created this evening. Well done, you. Enjoy feeling the energy flowing through your body. What a beautiful sensation. Brand new energy, new movement. Deep breaths in. Wriggling the fingers and the toes. Just turn the head from side to side. And arms overhead. Stretch the feet of the arms away from the body. Just walk the stretch if you like, just extending one side and then the other. One last deep breath. Bring the knees up. Roll onto the side into fetus position. Take a breath here. Feel the grounded feeling. Yes. And slowly push yourself up into cross-legged or lotus if you can manage lotus. Reaching up, gathering all the love and light and bringing it into our heart. Namaste, beloved. Thank you for joining me again tonight. See you next time. Drink lots of water, eat light if you haven't already eaten, and rest well and stay in flow. Bye for now.